Welcome to another explainer. Look, as any AI agents and process automation engineer will tell you, and as Yaqui Ramos points out in today's source material, technical documentation is literally the biggest bottleneck in almost any project. So today, we're jumping right in to show you exactly how Yaqui eliminated the friction in this process using a brand new agent skill. Let's get into it.
So, question for you. Is technical documentation your project's bottleneck? If you are vigorously nodding your head right now, trust me, you are absolutely not alone. It's kind of this universal engineering truth, right? We love building things. We love solving those super complex problems. But sitting down to write the manuals, the data sheets, the technical reports, yeah, that is often the single most tedious roadblock in the entire project lifecycle.
And here's the thing, drafting from scratch, it just consumes so many valuable engineering hours. Just imagine the sheer volume of high-value brainpower that literally evaporates into thin air, all because teams are forced to stare at a blank page instead of actually innovating. I mean, we're talking hours upon hours locked up in formatting tables and writing out procedural steps. That is time that could, and really should, be used for actual development.
Now, you might be thinking, well, I'll just use AI to write it. But here's the common mistake we see all the time: lacking a logical structure for the AI. If you just throw unstructured prompts at a model, you're going to get inconsistent noise back. It might spit out a brilliant paragraph on Tuesday and then a confusing wall of text on Wednesday. What we actually want, the ideal state over on the right here, is precise and consistent results, every single time.
And that brings us to the core of this explainer, the three-layer architecture. This is a methodology specifically designed by Yaqui Ramos, and it is a total game changer. It provides that exact logical structure needed to guide an AI model straight toward precise documentation results. Instead of letting the AI wander off track and generate unpredictable noise, this methodology gives it strict boundaries, steering it right towards high-quality, professional-grade output.
Okay, so how does it actually work? Well, it breaks down into three strict sequential steps. Layer 1 is the role, Layer 2 is the chain of thought, and Layer 3 is the output format. It's almost like a giant puzzle, but by forcing the AI through this exact sequence, it has to process the information methodically. It absolutely cannot just skip to the end and guess. It has to follow a logical path. Let's break those down. Layer 1, the role. This defines the agent's expert technical identity. So before the AI does literally anything else, it needs to know who it is. You're not just chatting with a generic bot. You are assigning it a highly specific perspective. Think of it like this. Instead of just saying, hey, write me a manual, you tell it, you are a senior database architect. That completely sets its baseline vocabulary and structural approach before it even types a single word.
Right, so once the role is locked in, the engine kicks into layer 2, which is the chain of thought. This is where the magic really happens. This layer forces the AI to execute the logical reasoning required before drafting. It acts like a cognitive buffer, making the AI organize its thoughts behind the scenes. By making the AI explicitly outline its logic first, we completely prevent it from blurting out superficial or hallucinated answers. It's essentially forcing the AI to double-check its own homework. And finally, we hit Layer 3, the output format. This layer ensures the final result delivers only structured information, totally ready for use. You know how AI loves to add conversational filler? Things like, sure, I can absolutely help you with that, or here is the summary you requested. Yeah, Layer 3 is a strict filter that strips all of that away. You are left with just perfectly formatted documentation that you can literally copy and paste straight into your project files. No noise, just the good stuff.
Now, you might be wondering, does this actually work in the real world? Well, the validation is definitely there. This specific three-layer architecture asset is currently ranked in the top 10 of the entire docs category for Claude. Top 10. To put that into perspective, that adoption rate is a massive indicator of just how much demand there is out there right now for a systematic, repeatable way to handle engineering documentation.
So, where do we go from here? The source material lays out two super clear next steps if you want to apply this. First, you can find this exact agent skill up on the PromptBase profile to start using it. And second, you've got to visit the Yaqui Ramos AI blog. That's where you'll find detailed, step-by-step blueprints showing exactly how these agents are implemented into actual real-world workflows.
The core takeaway from all of this is pretty simple. Keep automating. I mean, seriously, think about how much of your week is just lost to tedious formatting and repetitive documentation tasks that a perfectly structured AI could literally handle in seconds. By implementing these three layers, you aren't just getting better documents, you are quite literally getting your time back. So I'll leave you with this. If the machine can write the manual, what incredible things are you going to build with all that reclaimed time? Thanks for joining this explainer.